What's happening, guys, and welcome to another Dokkan battle video. So in today's video, upon special request from one of my friends, we're gonna be going over Super Battle Road, but for this time we're using an extreme physical team. So we're gonna be going against obviously the Super INTs. So we're gonna be going over what the most not the most optimal teams are, but what personally worked with me. So there's gonna be obviously two rotations. On the first rotation, it's gonna be Cooler, and then the full power Frieza, and then on the second rotation, I'm gonna be using a Sin Shenron and an Omega Shenron. Okay, so we'll start off. We'll talk about each unit and what they bring to this team. All right, so the first rotation that we're going to be talking about is the Cooler and the Frieza full power Frieza pairing. All right, so they're going to be sharing a lot of links that will make them super easily. All right, so usually you want to put the full power Frieza in the first slot and then the Cooler in the second slot. Okay, and just to reference, guys, with some of these units you have to have dupes. I don't have a dupe for Omega Shenron, but he still makes the team just for the fact that he has so many so many links in common with Sin Shenron that it makes up for it. In this team in particular, the units that do have dupes is the full power Frieza. My Cooler is a rainbowed, and then also the Ant Goku Black, which you see on the screen. So the ones that don't have it are obviously the units that I didn't talk about. So the LR Cell, and then also the Omega Shenron, which I just talked about. And then I brought a rainbow friend. So yeah, so back to what I was talking about with the rotation. So usually you're gonna want to put the full power Frieza in the first slot, because if you get him up to, like, if I'm not mistaken, up to 9 key, his passive will make sure that the rest of the key bar will be full, and then you super. And also another important thing about him is he has to super first for that 30, I think it's a 30 defensive boost to activate, because before that, if he doesn't super, he gets hit for a lot. And then the Cooler, we all know, it's just Cooler. He gets 2 attacks, and they both have the second one has the probability of turning into a super attack. And then if you have him rainbowed out, you're most likely will get that third attack. So then that's the first rotation that I'm talking about. The second rotation is the Omega Shenron, and then the Sin Shenron. So my Sin Shenron has, I think, 3 dupes, if I'm not mistaken, but my Omega Shenron doesn't. So the reason why the Omega Shenron does make it onto the team is for the fact that he has so many links in sharing with Sin Shenron that it makes up for it, and it really does. His damage output is the same, as you guys will see here in this rotation at the moment. And the great thing about that is that since they share so many links, it's really easy to super attack with them. All you need is 2 keys. So that's with that rotation. So just a friendly reminder, guys, if you want to beat these super battle roads, you have to have some sort of dupes in these units that you're using. If it's better to, like, it's better if you do have the unit that does have a dupe, because you obviously get the addition of, like, let's say you add additionals or crits or a dodge. Like, personally for me, with all my units, I add a 3 dodge. They're always gonna get a 3 dodge, because there's times where the dodge just comes in clutch. Just that 3 dodge just comes out of nowhere and just like, what? So yeah, so that's that one rotation. And then for floating, we obviously have the second Cooler floating, but it really doesn't matter because they were both rainbowed. And then we have the LR Cell floating, and also the Ant Goku Black floating. So I'm gonna talk real quick on the role about the LR Cell and the Ant Goku Black. So we'll start off with the LR Cell. The LR Cell, it was really handy for the fact that that card in specific, has when it hits its 12 key super, it's an AoE attack, so it attacks everybody on the field. But the helpful thing about that is that it also recovers health, and then and obviously it has LR stats. LR stats are just crazy. The LRs are just the best cards in the game, best units. There's nothing that will take them off. But I mean, at the moment, there's some cards in JP at the moment that are getting damage outputs up there with LRs. Perfect examples would be Tech Beerus, and then the Int Janemba, which I can't wait for that EZA because that card's, it looked insane when I saw it. So yeah, so that's it with the LR sub, and now we're gonna be talking about the Int Goku Black. So if you don't have dupes on this Int Goku Black, don't bring him. He's honestly just trash. His defense is so low without dupes. Mine specifically has 3 dupes, and he still takes a lot of damage. He's one of those old units that has doesn't have percentages for the buffs. It's more of a, I think if it's a plus 3,000 for every orb that you get. So honestly, it's just a nuke. But the good thing about this card in specific, he gives plus 3 key to extreme class allies. And let me tell you guys, I used him mostly as a support unit just for that fact. So that's a rundown of the team. And as for items that you need to use, obviously you're gonna need the Android 8 and the Princess Snake as always. Honestly, you don't have to run the Whis for this one. I honestly ran the Icarus just because I'm running pretty low on a Whis, and it's just you just gotta conserve those Whis because they don't come easily. And then the last item was obviously the Nurse Chi-Chi. So sorry about that, guys, about that pop-up. It just came out of nowhere, and I'm very I'm just sorry about that. I promise for next videos it won't happen. So yeah, so then the Nurse Chi-Chi, you guys had your chance to farm them. Now they're gone, so we don't know when that event will come back. It's always good to farm the Nurse Chi-Chis because it just, again, like I said before, that attack and defense 78% down for the enemies is just great. Not just for the attack aspect, but also the defense aspect. So when you pop that, their defense goes down, and let's say you have a round of just really hard hitters, you just pop that Nurse Chi-Chi and let them all hit one specific unit, and most likely that unit will be down. Talking about just specific, like, you don't have to have this specific team. There's obviously other units that you could run. At the end, close to the end of this video, I'll be talking about those units. I'll be showing you guys what units you should be using. But now that we're kind of done with all these talking about the team, and then I'll talk at the end specifically about the specific units, not specific units, but like the other variants of units that you can use. What I want to talk about is what the channel is going for, and the channel honestly is whatever you guys ask for. If you guys want to see more, let's say Super Battle Roads, or more let's say talk about this specific Dokkan Fest, what's the possibilities of anything happening, etc. Just put a comment down below, and I'll reply to the comment. And I'll see if I could put the video up to actually come out. So after this, I'll probably do another really hard one for this. Is the for my personal opinion, is the Int Super Battle Road, the Extreme Int Super Battle Road, because those units honestly they're really bad on key. That's the worst part. They're really bad on keys, so it's pretty hard to super with them. So I'll probably run down a video of how to beat that specific stage. So I started off with the category Super Battle Roads, but I realized that not everybody's gonna have the units for that. So I'll probably just start going through all the monotypes first. So obviously here's we have the Extreme Physical up type. So oh, and another helpful hint, guys, is that try to save the Dokkan attack for the end. If you can't, it's gonna make it hard for that last fight that you have to have. Because look, at this precise moment, I was gonna get the Dokkan attack, and I was gonna use the Rainbow Friend because obviously he's rainbowed. So I decide, okay, Nurse Chi-Chi, this is gonna hit them really hard. I get all those rainbow orbs on the left, and then I just don't care at this point what I'm choosing. So I just get that, and then I use I get that, and then I'm pretty sure that with this rotation, it's almost enough to knock out like almost the whole enemy line. So then yeah, we get here the 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and then we get the Dokkan attack. So yeah guys, so here we're gonna knock them all out. Yeah, so boom boom, cooler destroys them, blah, and then he just gets that additional. That cooler is just amazing with the additionals, and so is this Omega Shenron. Don't get it twisted. He's really good just for the fact that he just gets that additional attack, and there's chances where it'll become a super. As you guys know, units that have a more super or like, how do I explain this? So there's cards where their passive is, oh, they have this, they get an additional attack. Examples for that would be like Cooler, the Omega, and then also the new card that didn't come out so long ago, the blue, the transforming blue Vegeta, where he gets a super attack and then 2 additional attacks that are not guaranteed supers, but they're additional attacks, and that allows it so that there's 3 times that you could get an additional attack and it can become a super. So yeah, so then here we're just gonna knock everybody out. Here I was just like, all right, dude, this is just done. So let's just keep going. So then yeah, so here we beat it. I'll be right back, guys. There's gonna be a little cut scene that's gonna take you back to what the actual what the units, because I'm gonna lay out the units that you can probably use. So I'll be right back. All right guys, so I'm back. So here there's a couple units, other options that you can use that are pretty good. So there's this free to play Cell, which is a sealer, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, or no, or his super attack seals. Yeah, his super attack seals. So he's great for Super Battle Royale just for the fact that he just seals. Sealing is amazing. You just don't want to get super. That's the main thing. And he also recovers health, and he's also a great support type unit with giving extreme class allies Ki +2 and their attack and defense 25%. And then there's other units like I'll give an example like this Lord Slug. So what's important about this Lord Slug is that he has the chance of transforming up to 2 times in the same battle. So units that transform are really important just for the fact that they're free turns. They get free turns to hit the opponent, and especially with the what's it called, the type advantage that you have in these stages, it'll just accumulate. And now that in global and in JP, there's the hidden potential actually affects the giant form card. So then after that, we also have other units like the Super Buu down here, or yeah, the Super Majin Buu Gotenks. He's another sealer. He also has an attack 100%, and he reduces enemies' defense by 50, just like the Omega and the Sin Shenron. Other cards that you could probably use is this free-to-play Raccoon. He's alright. When I first beat this stage, I used him, and he took around like if I'm not mistaken 20,000 or is it no, I can't remember. It was just a lot of damage that it was manageable. The damage that was really manageable, but it got really close, and it got to the point where I just needed RNG to be on my side. But he's another option. Another option could be this Bergamo. Again, he's another giant card, so he'll transform. I wouldn't recommend taking this Boo just because his passive at the moment isn't the one from his EZA, so he's not that good. Other options is, oh yeah, this Android 17, who just recently got his Dokkan Awakening. He's a orb changer, and he's just really good after his transformation. And you guys probably have like a couple dupes in him, because he's in the general pool, so you probably have like a couple dupes in him, and that's another option. Another option could be that comes up to mind is the last celebrations. What's it? I think it's a physical Frieza, if I'm not wrong. A physical Frieza GT. He's another good unit. But in general, those are kind of the other units that you could toss into your physical team. I wouldn't recommend the Champa. Just because the the medium chance, it's like it's and the links aren't that well. Um, so yeah, guys. Those are the teams and characters that you could use. Make sure you guys leave a comment down below. Tell me what other units or what other strategies you guys thought of, and then also make sure to hit the like button and also subscribe.